Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. And if you're returning, then welcome back to my channel. My name is Spectre, and I have just gotten back from Midwest Fur Fest. Sorry if I seem a little bit quiet and monotone. I'm working around other people's sleep schedule as I am recording this right after MFF. So they're currently asleep as I gotten back pretty late night. I've also decided to do this particular video podcast style. That way you can watch it while you're relaxing, while you're at work, while you're going to work, whatever. And this is going to be kind of a short, comprehensive look at everything that I've done on the surface at MFF. Nothing going too deep into my mental state while at MFF as well as afterwards, especially considering how big this con is and just how many people were there, and also the fact that this is my first MFF and second ever furry convention. So I have got quite a bit to tell when it comes to kind of just processing this whole event into just one video is probably not going to cut it. So I will go into more depth about how I felt during the convention as well as after the convention. Probably do that one in suit. I'm hoping to get that one done by, at the very least, next week, if at all possible. But I really want to go into those details as well. So anyway, MFF, Midwest Fur Fest, the biggest furry convention in the world, and it definitely shows. As far as what I did, first 2 days were just moping around the con floor, not really doing anything. I suited a lot on Thursday. Did go to some of the night events as well, but I won't go into too many details about that. Wednesday was mostly just get there, flop in bed, and rest for a while until you got hungry. And that was pretty much my entire Wednesday. Thursday was suit around, go explore the con floor, see what was there, see what wasn't there, and take a couple pictures with some of the local furries that were just kind of hanging around the con. Not a lot of suitors, of course, because it was the day before, but there was definitely quite a few. So furry conventions really do start the night before. That is certainly a fact. But Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the days of the con, were pretty overwhelming. I was really hoping to address some of my insomnia issues. That way I could wake up early at the con and go explore everything a little bit early. But unfortunately that was not the case, so I ended up waking up more around 10, 10:30, 11 o'clock when everything was already open and well ready to go. Of course, I took a shower every morning, put on deodorant. Just always take a shower and put on deodorant while you're at a furry convention. Just do it. People will appreciate you. I went to the dealer's den every single day that I could. I tried not to buy as much, but when you're at a furry convention where you can buy a lot of this stuff a lot easier, it's very tempting, and the temptation did unfortunately come to bite me. So I ended up buying a lot more at this convention than what I probably should have. But as for me walking around, I basically just got pictures of a bunch of other furries. Of course, I didn't get pictures of Kyle or Majira, as most people would know him. I really wanted to get a picture with Kiwi and Pineapple Fox. There's a couple smaller furry YouTubers that I really wanted to get pictures with, and I did get some, but unfortunately I didn't get nearly as many as I really wanted. I did manage to get Scruffy and Barton Fox and a couple others around here and there. I did get Beta though. I managed to find Beta just walking right past me, and I ended up getting a selfie with him. So that was a huge plus. And I really wanted to focus on getting a lot of pictures with furries, regardless of whether they were popular or not. I wanted to actually show off the fandom to the world, not necessarily just these popular furries. And of course, while I did get some of them, I wanted to focus on the small suits, the suits that most people wouldn't know about, the just regular everyday furries. I wanted to show them off. I wanted to have them on some platform that goes, hey, these people exist. So that's the reason why I really like going out and getting selfies and pictures with a bunch of other furries, not necessarily just people who are popular. And as far as everything else that I could have done at the con, I honestly didn't. I didn't go to any of the panels, even though I really should have, because some of the panels were interests that I am interested in and should have went, because these were mostly meets, not particularly events. And it would have been nice to actually meet some of the furs that are interested in certain things that I am interested in. I'm even thinking about possibly doing a panel myself next year. I've got a pretty good idea of what I'd like to do. I just need to sign up for it and execute it. But enough about what I did at the con on that particular level as far as con activities go, because I didn't get to do much. Well, I did go to the rave a few times during the week. Met a few furs down there, and we ended up dancing, or snuggle dancing for the most part. There was this one fur named Kibble that I went down there with. Also, this adorable Yeen that I met on the con floor on Saturday, and we basically just started talking, hitting it off, and we met up later that night, and then the next night we ended up meeting at the rave. So that was a lot of fun. He's adorable, and he is absolutely a sweetheart. But other con goings that I ended up doing was actually meeting a whole lot of my water dog family. So for anyone who doesn't know, my fursuit was made by Water Dog Wharf. Not a super well-known fursuit maker, but she does absolutely amazing work. I ended up meeting a lot of them, like Atlas and Riot and Melon, Kit. Knowing all of my other like suit siblings is such a nice feeling, knowing that I can now interact with more people who have my suit maker. I don't know, it feels weird knowing your suit siblings. Um, Even just taking a knowing like they exist, and knowing that them knowing that you exist, it's this really nice feeling. I just can't really put my finger on it. I was also, of course, part of a live stream that Hun the Hound did with Star Raccoon and Rex the Skunk. However, the entire thing devolved into a lot of pretty bad jokes, and me and Rex pretty much sitting at the back of the bed, snuggling the entire time. Yeah, don't go looking for that live stream either. It's been privated, and for pretty good reasons. I think Sunday was probably the hardest day. And while I said I'm not going to get too much into details about the whole mentality of going to and experience this con just yet in this particular video, I will say that Sunday was a very emotionally difficult part of attending Midwest Fur Fest. I spent most of the day and night crying because I did not want it to be over. And that has definitely gave me a lot to reflect on the drive home, considering it was an 8-hour drive nearly. Yeah, I've been replaying events in my head about the con just about the entire way home. It's been rough. It has been a rough last day. But by Monday morning, I was feeling a little bit better. That is, until I went to go get gas at the local gas station, and I saw how much it was. Yeah, that was one heck of a gas bill. But after that 8-hour long drive, I've finally made it back. I am now home. I am now currently trying to unravel everything to get videos up and done. I didn't make the videos that I wanted to at MFF, but hey, I got something, and it was mostly due to time constraints and trying to figure out how everything worked. I went in there with no plan, and I ended up kind of falling into a plan, and I shouldn't have done that. So that's one of the big reasons why a lot of the stuff that I wanted to do at MFF were kind of cut short or just didn't happen at all. But I am going to get everything unwound, try and get the con video up as soon as I possibly can. I didn't get much con footage, but most of the con footage would have just been me trying to weave through the crowd as best as I possibly could because there was just so many people in such a confined space. But I did get a lot of pictures, so I will be showing those in a video very soon. Well, everyone, I think that's going to be it for this video podcast style talk about MFF. I'm sorry if everything seemed a bit scatterbrained, but it is currently 11:30 at night. I am very tired and I am running on very little sleep from doing things at the con. Also running on very little food because for the past few days I have not really eaten much. It's just been kind of one nervous wreck that I have been operating on this entire con. But if you have any questions about anything, then just leave them down in the comment section below. I'll get to them as soon as I possibly can. Videos, of course, will be up soon enough, and I will also be making more of a mental dive into how I felt during MFF, and I'll actually be doing that one in suit, about how I felt at this con, because this con was emotionally, what's really the word that I'm looking for here? It was emotionally stimulating in ways that I really didn't think it was going to be emotionally stimulating, and ways that I also kind of expected it to be, but we'll get to that later. We'll get to that later. Thank you all so much for listening to my rambles. Like I said, if you have any other questions, just leave a comment down below. I also have all my other information in the description. So if you would like to check me out on Twitter or any other social media that I just so happen to be part of, I will leave it in the description below. Go check me out. Hit that subscribe button as well, as I do come out with videos pretty frequently. And it is very much, very much appreciated. So until the next time, you all have an amazing day. Take care, and Spectre out.